I promised you I'd be back, and I'm back. For the 505 game showcase. So I had some weird shit getting the showcase to play on my TV for some reason. Very weird shit. Like, they marked it as a, you know, for adults, which is fine normally. Like, my YouTube account is for adults, but, I don't know, I had to sign into, like, a separate account. It was all fucking weird. Don't know why. Let's... Premieres and through... Oh, so this is a premiere. It's not a, not live. Okay, so I won't actually put it on the screen just yet. I mean, I guess I will, right? Like, I don't know. Am I gonna have to refresh it, or... Fucking you should be playing on the TV now. There we go. I have no idea what to expect with this, honestly. Like, 505 games, I know, honestly, maybe I should have done some research to see what kind of games they got coming up. I know they did Control, and Remedy has, like, fucking 7 Control games announced, some multiplayer ones, a co-op one, all kinds of weird shit, so... I don't know. Oh, I should probably, by the way, tweet out that I'm doing this, right? That makes sense. I'm all about branding. I'm a smart guy. By the way, you can follow me on Twitter at Freshley Games. And I'm on Facebook also at Freshly Streamed Games. Reacting. But I think it might be too early for one of those Control games to show up. Maybe not. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that. I don't know. This is gonna be a total blank one for me. Not blank one, but a total mystery to me is what's gonna be in this. Commercially streamed games. I'm a smart guy, you know. Just remembering to tweet things before I go live, like a brilliant man should. You know me. So smart, so on top of things. That's what I do. Tell your friends, everybody. Oh, and if you're watching this on YouTube later, please hit the subscribe button. Please tell your friends. And you can tell them, hey, I watch the smart guy who always tweets out before he goes live. And boy, isn't that a brilliant thing? And your friends will be impressed and astounded. And then say, he also doesn't look up the games that this publisher is publishing before their showcase, so he can talk about it with some knowledge. And then would say, God damn, that's the kind of guy I want to see. Right? I'm in my prime. See what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna have to... Like, honestly, I don't watch many YouTube premieres. I watch them, you know, live streams for E3 and stuff. I don't know if I have to refresh this or what. I hope not, because for some reason it was a weird pain in the ass to get it going in the first place. But it seems like we got, like, 1 minute left. Let's see, I think they're also publishing that Eiyuden Chronicles game. The kind of prequel spin-off just came out on Game Pass, but the real game, the big RPG, isn't out till next year. Maybe they'll show that? They probably will show that. It's very inspired by Suikoden, the classic PS1 game. If you're aware. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, god damn, I hate how loud these are. Why does YouTube do this? Why did they do this to us? You know what I mean, Tails? I promise you, I'm not just gonna be like... My whole streaming thing is not just gonna be about soundboard. I'm just kind of amused with myself for setting this up. I was proud. For somebody who doesn't know a damn thing about streaming or anything, that stuff was hard work. So those are the only, like, two things that I can think of are one of the Control spin-offs or Eiyuden Chronicles. I'm probably not even pronouncing that right. Smashed my knee yesterday. Don't do that. Don't smash your knee on things. I believe this is the first time 505 Games has ever done a showcase of any kind. They're really one of the up-and-coming publishers. That's why I really don't get worked up for when, like, Activision gets acquired, Bethesda gets acquired, and Square is probably going to get acquired within a year by Sony, because we got new ones rising up. Like, somebody goes away, or not even goes away, but they're no longer independent, and then there's a gap to be filled, and somebody rises up and takes it. Embracers, like one of the biggest publishers now, and 5 years ago, they were nobody. And then you got 505 Games really stepping up their game, So, what I'm saying is they might really try to swing for the fences and impress us today. Maybe. Alright, they did Death Stranding on PC, right? I believe that's true. Yeah, there's Eiyuden Chronicles. Control. Was that Child of Light? Or oh no, you know what that was? That was the Child of Light character in Bloodstained.
Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever 505 Games Showcase. I'm Patrice Boudibelem, the host of today's show, and I'm a presenter, VJ and tech fan, but most of all, I'm an avid gamer, and that's why I'm proud to join you and introduce you to some exceptional 505 titles. In this, the first ever showcase in 505's 15-year history, you'll be the first to see exclusive new content from 3 upcoming games 505 has been busy working on.
It's not going to be that long.
505 has grown in stature and reputation with titles such as Control, Assetto Corsa, Ghost Runner, Terraria, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, and Death Stranding's director's cut on PC.
I did not know they did
505
Terraria.
is thrilled to share a glimpse of its next lineup of games. As you'll see during our event, variety has always been a driving feature behind 505 Games. The company selects and develops games that it believes people will love as much as it does. Niche or mainstream, a small jam of a game or a huge sandbox title. If 505 sees the love developers put in their games, there's a fair chance 505 will love it too. That mindset has allowed 505 Games to be listed in the top 10 chart of publishers by Metacritic score in 2021, and I think that what you're just about to see today will continue this journey of nurturing talent and publishing the best games possible. Before we get going, remember, at the end of this premiere, you can head over to the official 505 Games Discord channel, where we have a chance to chat with various team members. Ready now? Okay, here we go. Without further ado, let's dive into the first game of today's showcase and have a look at the trailer for the strange and fantastical world of Among the Trolls.
Among the Trolls. This is a Twitter game?
Grandmother explained that every forest, meadow, lake, every kind of place has its own folk. You can keep them happy by sacrificing things they need on their cupstone. I asked Grandmother what happens when folk are angry. I didn't sleep that night.
Wait. That's not it, is it?
I wonder what kind of mysteries the forest hides within. I think the only way to find out is to get
I don't get upset about CG trailers like a lot of other people do, because I recognize...
is a first-person survival action adventure. A magical journey set far from civilization, down in the green and isolated depth of the Nordic woods, where fantastic creatures rule over the balance of nature. The name of the game refers to an ancient proverb where a world exists somewhere beyond our own. A world that belongs to
CG trailers a lot of times, especially if they're super early, they're not really for us. They're to recruit developers to work on the game. They're a great tool for that. So they're necessary a lot of times. But if your showcase only has 3 games...
We've now got the chance to discover more about this uniquely folklore-driven survival adventure from the developers themselves.
I mean, whatever. I'm not going to get mad about it, but that's...
indie developer founded in Finland.
You only got 3 games,
by
maybe
industry veterans who have worked on games such as Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, Fallout 4, and Vampire the Masquerade. Veli Kokkonen is the founder of the company and was one
of Unity's original
programmers. The knowledge Veli brings has allowed
you can have a CG trailer that shows at least tone or something. That was kind of...
Veli will now give you more details.
So I don't really know how effective that would be even at developer recruitment.
Hi, I'm Veli Kokkonen, and I work as the game designer and as a technical director on Among the Trolls, and also as the CEO of Forbidden Studios. In addition on
so not the greatest start
the games,
to me.
Mechanics and making it fun, I'm also creating the tools that our team uses
to
build
new Game
the game,
Pass games just got announced.
And also developing the rendering technology that allows us to create amazing looking worlds for you to play with your friends.
Vampire Survivors is coming to Game Pass.
What Among the Trolls actually is as a game, as a team, and while it has trolls included in the name as well.
No, just PC. That's
so the play character is a Finnish
also,
American
the
person
like
in their mid-30s.
Jurassic World 2 Evolution.
After their
Jurassic
parents
World
have passed
Evolution
away,
2.
they want to reconnect with their grandparents who are living in Finland. So the player has traveled from the United States back to his childhood places in Finland to meet their grandparents and visit them. The game starts from the middle of the lake. You're on a rowing boat, the sun is setting down, and you're on your way into your grandparents' place.
I'm also just personally not really into survival games. I've tried a couple, but I just don't do it for me.
Met them, and you haven't been in contact for a really long time. And pretty much not after you moved to the United States with your parents. But now your parents had already passed away. You're in your mid-30s.
But they're very popular, so that's just me.
But the life in the city with all the hassle it has gotten into you. And you decided to come back to your childhood places and reconnect with your grandparents. So you're rowing towards your grandparents' cabin that you can see in the midst of the forest. And suddenly this giant pike, this enormous sea monster, crashes down like on your boat and rips everything apart
if it's
and drags you
it's concept
to the bottom
art,
of the lake.
This is probably
then
super
goes dark.
early. I guess they are doing this for developer recruitment.
In a weird forest,
here's
on
a
a shore, place you have never seen before. You can't see the cabin anywhere.
There's a little something,
feverish, you're cold, you're hungry, you're thirsty. It's gotten dark. Only the stars in the sky are lighting up the forest. And this is where the Among the Trolls starts. Since this is a survival and crafting game, but based on a world where the folklore, the folk beliefs, spirits and creatures around them are real, the normal survival game mechanics can't work the same way, because those are usually based on the real world where we are living everyday lives. But what if on that everyday life, this folklore is a crucial part of it? Meaning that you need to do offerings, you need to consult the spirits, you need to talk with them.
I'll be honest, this isn't doing anything for me.
That's what the Among the
Not my
Trolls
genre
is
of game.
about.
But even so, like
you can't just go in a forest and start to
the game grounded
cutting down trees,
survival
ripping
game.
down
I think that's been presented
without giving something back.
Better than this.
Because when you do that, the forest will go dark, and these corrupted creatures start attacking you and ripping you into shreds. And on that point, what you have to do is you have to make amends. You have to create something. You have to get something from somewhere else to give an offering to the spirits to calm them down. And for that we have these cupstones in different areas where you do the sacrificing. And when the spirits has been calmed down, then the forest will clear up. The sun starts shining again. All the life gets back to the forest and into the world. And you can then again continue going. So, building and crafting plays a critical role in the game.
I'm sorry,
I just the core gameplay loop.
I don't know, man. Looks like
modular, and it allows
kind of every other survival
the
game.
cabin of your
I feel like we've seen a million of these, and maybe that's just biased because I don't like the genre that much. Maybe I'm not being totally fair, but
creations together with your friends.
I feel nothing.
In addition to the normal crafting things like building up knives, spears,
this guy seems
axes,
genuine, like, and
you also have
passionate about
ability
this.
to create these familiars that are these
bad,
magical beings that will help you.
I don't know, man.
And other magical elements as well. During the early access, we are developing these building features and crafting features together with the players to see what could be created inside of the game and to give the players the ability to create something of their own. The inspiration for the world and the story of the Among the Trolls started years ago when, together with my friends who were from the university's folklore departments,
the guys who developed Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden just announced their new game. I want to watch that later.
These ancient crafts artisan study line and all the people around that. And during that time, I started to think about, like, okay, what kind of world will it be that instead of like this world that we live in, but as an extra layer, our lives would be more about the beliefs of the folklore, and also more of these ancient crafts, like creating something from things around you, from the nature around you. That's what you can make from mud, from sticks, the simple resources that are around us. And that was kind of like the starting point where everything started forming. And
start farming?
Through that journey of like learning these things by myself on how to do things and what are in our culture in the past.
This is a long ass time with this game too.
We came up with this Nordic shamanism and then the shamanistic culture that Finland has had in the past.
Like
it's not that long ago since we still have these sages or tietäjäs as a part
it's a good thing, like
normal everyday life.
A smaller game's eyes in front of the smaller games in front of different people's eyes is a good thing. And they're
how that whole
survival games are very popular. Somebody's going to be really into this.
Going through.
I'm just not that guy.
So in the game, I wanted to find a way, like in a way like the Studio Ghibli does with their movies, that taking something of the kind of like forgotten cultural roots and observe it, but through our like modern day eyes.
Auspicious start.
And they did amazingly with combining the natural with the fantastic magical things.
You know what I mean?
And this is the same thing that we are doing with Among the Trolls. So a lot of people have asked us, are we making the game with Unreal Engine or with Unity Engine? And for many people, surprise, the answer is Unity. And that's because our team has a really vast experience.
Yeah, fuck you, Unreal Engine.
These games they have created.
That's what this guy says. Among the trolls.
Technologies on
he's trolling you, Unreal Engine.
2D framework.
Choke on that.
Animation tools, lighting tools, different features on the core of the engine. And afterwards, I had an opportunity to work on the Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps, where the engine was really pushed into the limits on what kind of 2D games can be created with it.
I love the Ori games so much,
and
even though
the
two owners of that company
learnings
seem to be not so great.
And push what kind of 3D games can be made with Unity. And that's something that we are now trying out with the Among the Trolls. On can we take the engine and make these beautiful worlds where you have no loading screens, where everything is streamlined, where you have beautiful graphics, where your computers, the CPU and the GPU are both used to the fullest, that you have actually some use for your cores that you have paid for. And doing this everything in a small indie team is something that no other engine has been able to provide. And finally, we want to thank the community for supporting us from very early development stage of the game. And please follow us on the
I'm always
socials
confused about statements like that because you're just announcing this game.
To see
so
what we are making right now.
how do you have a community
and where we are
already?
going with the game. And please
and
add us to your Steam wishlist.
Maybe this game was already announced, but
everyone.
I didn't hear of it until now.
Thank you so much to Veli for taking the time out to give us that sneak peek at Among the Trolls.
All right.
As you saw, the game
I hope I
offers
didn't
the
come off
chance
too
to live a
mean.
wilderness
Just
adventure
not my
that
thing.
begins in the familiar settings of the world we all know, but soon transitions to a dimension of fantasy creatures from distant childhood memories and fairy tales. Among the Trolls promises to be a dark fable that combines mystical fantasy with classic cautionary tales about our 21st century lifestyle
You just
and the
talked
impact
about this game for
we might
20
be having
minutes
on the
now.
environment.
We know this.
So leave all your comfortable modern technology behind you and walk among the trolls for a taste of survival in the woods unlike anything you've played before. The game is set to reach early access on Steam later this year.
All right.
Let's leave the finished forest behind and turn to our
Stray
second
Blade.
game,
I
Stray
believe
Blade.
I've heard of this.
Join us on an unforgettable journey and the story of a mysterious valley.
Pretty
and
sure
its
I've
ancient
seen this
legacy.
one before,
The
and it looks pretty
environment
neat.
of Stray Blade is a wild and overgrown place, but unmistakably powerful, and the player must learn how to return peace and tranquility to the realm.
If it's the one I'm
Surely.
thinking of.
Our first in video game history. The main character, despite looking like a knight, is an anthropologist from another land, traveling the world on his journey to the lost valley of Aqua, where he explores the ancient ruins of a mysterious civilization. On your journey, you'll also be assisted by the mischievous Boji, an enhanced animal companion known as a Chinon wolf, capable of powerful spells that allow both special combat tactics and reviving support for you when combat gets a little too
want to
intense.
say
The anthropologist and Boji are well equipped,
I
though
wanna
the
say this game has
hyper-responsive
co-op,
combat
but
system
I
allows
might be
quick
wrong about
reactions
that.
and precise attacks
Maybe I'm just
to fully control the
wishful
flow
thinking,
of
'cause
battle.
I like
The
co-op
creative
games.
talent behind Stray Blade is the wonderful Point Blank Games, an independent game development studio based in Berlin that develops games for PC and consoles. The core team
like
has
this
been
guy's
working
voice,
together
I won't
for
lie.
4 years, and they have grown from 5 people in 2020 to 30 amazingly creative people today. Leonard
pretty
Kausch,
impressive.
CEO and game director at Point Blank Games, has very kindly offered to guide us through the next gameplay video. So we'll hand over to him now.
Good, we need
Thanks
more
for having me,
gameplay.
Patrice, and hello everyone.
Yes,
I'm
that
Leonard,
is-
game director of Stray Blade,
that's
and
the game I'm
excited to take
thinking
you to
of.
Korea today.
Yeah, this looks
There are endless rumors
looks
and
pretty
legends
cool.
surrounding this hidden valley, and many have ventured
Alright.
out to find it, but all
Start
have
with
failed.
gameplay though, because this game
Now
I
you
know
step
has
into
it.
the picture.
Is ready
the
to
first
show it. There's
adventure
I've seen it
discover
before.
This magical place. But as you do, you accidentally
And you just
break
did a whole
the
bunch of
thousand-year-old
CG,
spell
and
that has
then-
hidden the
then
valley throughout the ages.
Gameplay was
And if
later,
that
and
wasn't
honestly, it
enough,
wasn't the most
this is a magical
exciting
explosion
gameplay.
killing you
So
instantly.
do gameplay now.
Usually
Come on.
this would mean the end, but instead it marks the beginning of your journey. You're revived by Boji, who will be a companion throughout Stray Blade. And together with his little wolf,
like
you'll learn of
Biomutant.
the many consequences your actions had. Most important, leaving Akria is no longer an option. When you destroyed the barrier, fragments of the land pierced your heart, cursing you to stay. So, not being able to return, your best option is to stick with your new companion and explore the lands in search of an answer. Akria is a beautiful but dangerous place. Its different regions all pose their own challenges. Once they were ruled by powerful giants we called the Eiyuden, a long-gone civilization. When you venture deeper into the valley following the traces left by the Eiyuden, you will realize that time never stops. Sometimes locations will change. A camp you cleared before could be overrun by wild beasts in the future.
I didn't think it was.
As the concealing barrier is now gone, the most powerful human factions have invaded the valley. They want to claim the land and its many mysteries, hoping to use what they find to win an ongoing war outside. None of them will be easy to beat, but in order to stand up against them, we will provide you with many different tools on your journey.
Yeah, it's not. I didn't think so. It's a little slower pace than I remembered it being. A little bit. Maybe it's more of a Soulsborne than I thought.
Combat in Stray Blade is fast, deadly, and a tad brutal for all parties involved. Fortunately, Boji develops together with the player. He will build trust and courage and eventually joins the fight when things are most dire.
Yeah, help me, little guy.
It is important to us that Boji becomes an integral part of the combat system as we want to capture his supportive nature. He decides on his own when to help you and creates opportunities that you can then capitalize on if you're quick enough. Boji has his own skill tree and gains skill points by finding lost Eiyuden knowledge scattered throughout the ruins of Akria. With this he can upgrade his support abilities as well as craft runes, which when applied to your weapons give you an edge in combat. We put a lot of thought into making player progression in Stray Blade unique and really support the exploration. Finding a new weapon that isn't better than the one we already have always makes us feel disappointed. So, for Stray Blade, we chose the mastery of all weapons as the theme for progression. Every new weapon the player crafts can be mastered, which will unlock new parts of the skill tree. You will have the opportunity to play a lot of different weapons while progressing your character, instead of choosing in the beginning if you want to skill axes or swords and then never be able to switch your playstyle without losing all your progression. We balance that out carefully.
That's a good idea.
So after mastering a new weapon, you can always go back to your favorite combo.
But do you have co-op, or was I just making that up? Maybe I made that up.
Besting bosses in Stray Blade will reward you with new abilities that you can use in combat for mobility and crowd control. When you use them, the magic elements nearby will react and open up new paths to explore more hidden corners of the map. This makes revisiting locations meaningful by claiming rare loot like Eiyuden weapon blueprints that were unreachable before. It is important to us that this design makes you feel that you are building a connection with Akria, understanding the history and the place better and better. I hope I could give you a good glimpse of what Stray Blade is all about. I want to thank the community for all the feedback and support. And please join our community Discord for more news and updates. Stray Blade will be available in 2023. You can wishlist Stray Blade now on Steam, Epic, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X. And don't forget to sign up for the PC beta.
If there
Enjoy the rest of the show.
I mean, he didn't mention it, so maybe I'm just totally wrong about that, but I thought there was.
Dankeschön, Leonard. And as we all saw, sometimes it's the outsiders who make the world a better place. And I'm looking forward to seeing Farron and Boji unveiling the mystery. As Leonard's video shows, the player's action will directly affect the evolution of the world, regardless of whether the player dies in the process.
Looks like no co-op.
And as you progress through the game, you'll unlock new challenges and grow in your abilities. With Boji by your side, of course. The single-player action RPG will be available for PC, Xbox Series X, S, and PlayStation 5.
That's a bummer for me.
I can add the title to your wishlist now. Yeah, it is now time to talk about Eiyuden Chronicles.
So, Rising on the left there just came out,
and
their reviews have been okay, kind of tepid. And that's more of a 2D brawler. It's on Game Pass. 100 Heroes comes out next year, and that's more of a Suikoden project in
2020. And
strategy RPG with like a crazy amount of playable characters. Probably 100. That's why it's called 100 Heroes.
100 Heroes is expected for 2023, but Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, its companion game, is a full standalone action RPG experience set to launch May 10th. Being a companion game,
May 10th already happened, buddy.
Quality of Eiyuden Chronicle Rising,
May 10th was a couple days ago.
20 hours of gameplay, 3 playable characters, and hundreds of pieces of collectible content. It is also the perfect introduction to the world of Alran, because players can transfer many unlockable items from Rising to 100 Heroes. Although a unique and distinctive prelude to 100 Heroes, Rising provides a first taste of the vast and rich world that we can all expect from 100 Heroes. Steven Tarkovsky, community manager of the Eiyuden Chronicle franchise, will now give us a brief tour around New Nevia, the town you will help reconstruct in Eiyuden Chronicle Rising.
I'd rather hear about 100
Greetings, heroes, and welcome to the Eiyuden Chronicles segment in the 505 Games Showcase. My name is Steven Tarkovsky, and I'm
my guess is the show, since he said like, hey, it's coming out May 10th, and we're on now the 17th. No,
and provide an overview 16th? Of important town features.
No, it's 17th.
To help you along the way.
My guess is the showcase was supposed to happen a couple weeks ago and it got delayed for whatever reason. Because games get delayed. I don't know.
Eiyuden Chronicle Rising is an action RPG
Eiyuden?
by Natsume Atari.
Eiyuden.
This is a companion game for the JRPG Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, which was the #1 backed Kickstarter game of 2020 and developed by Rabbit and Bear Studios. Rising is a prequel to 100 Heroes and offers backstory of many important characters who will be featured in 100 Heroes. Rising is a story revolving around the town of New Nevea. A devastating earthquake destroyed the town, but the earthquake also revealed a quarry filled with valuable treasure. Isha, the acting mayor of New Nevea, has limited access to the quarry only to adventurers who help rebuild the town and assist townsfolk. Stamps are proof that you are helping around New Nevea, and townsfolk will provide you with stamps after you help them. Collecting enough stamps will grant you access to restricted areas.
I like that. I want to be the fighting kangaroo.
And unlock other features. You can check the town bulletin board to see available quests. You can also identify quest opportunities with the blue exclamation point you will occasionally see above townsfolk. You can complete the main campaign of Rising without completing all quests or collecting all stamps. In addition, it is possible to complete the main campaign of Rising without completely upgrading your town and stores.
I mean, that's just how video games work, man. Why are you going into that much detail?
Will aid you on your journey. For example, you can upgrade the town tavern and unlock many different foods with various buffs.
Why do you need to waste time in your showcase saying, hey, side quests are optional? Yeah, we know. We've played video games before. And
some of these
NPCs love an exclamation point above their head if they got a quest. Yeah, we got that.
Other benefits.
I don't know. I'm just grumpy today, I think.
Fans of the franchise with the opportunity to take their experience to the next level. You can choose to focus only on the main campaign and learn more about the characters who will be your companions in 100 Heroes, or you can also complete all of the side quests to unlock even more surprises that await in the world of Alran. Some shops will sell you powerful items that not only help you in battle, but are required to progress the main campaign. For example, some runes will grant you magical abilities that can remove barriers that prevent you from progressing further into dungeons. Each hero in your party will need to learn how to properly use various kinds of runes and abilities. For optimal results in battle, it can help to synergize your characters with optimal gear and items. By completing various quests, you will upgrade your shops and increase the quality of gear and variety of items available for purchase. There are many types of shops in Rising.
I don't know that they're presenting
today,
these three games in the best light.
And help the townsfolk of New Nevea, because you never know what you might unlock by helping someone.
And I don't know, maybe I'm being unfair, but I think there might be a better way to do this.
Thank you for joining us today for the 505 Games Showcase.
Wrapped up quick. There was no combat in that thing? You're a brawler, and you're not going to show
4 and 5, Xbox One,
punching
and
anybody?
Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, GOG, Epic, and Steam. Eiyuden Chronicle Rising is also available on Xbox Game Pass. We have many passionate fans in our community, and we would love for you to join us for fun conversation and events. Please join the official Eiyuden Chronicle community on Discord and Reddit. See you soon, heroes.
Boy, I don't know, man. How do you show a beat 'em up without showing single
Let's hear more about both games from the voice of the creators. Rabbit and Bear, developing Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, is a group of veteran Suikoden and Castlevania developers, including Yoshitaka Murayama, president, CEO, and studio lead and creator of the Suikoden series of role-playing video games. A very special thanks to Yoshitaka Murayama-san, president and founder, and Junko Kawano, character designer of Rabbit and Bear Studios, for providing this next video.
どうもーラビット&ベアスタジオズ代表、村山義孝です。100英雄伝ではシナリオライティングとゲームデザインを担当しています。
I don't know, man.
キャラクターイラストを担当しています川野純子です。
本日はこのビデオをご覧いただき、どうもありがとうございます。
Couldn't you have condensed this in one video?
のスピンオフ作品、100英雄伝ライジングが5月11日、すべてのプラットフォームで
Somebody getting hit, please.
100英雄伝ライジングは100英雄伝と世界観を同じにするアクション RPG です。こちら時代的には100英雄伝よりもちょっとだけ前のストーリー、ある街のストーリーになっております。
First thing they show combat in this game is your character getting smoked with a giant fireball. That's one way to do it.
ものが仕上がっております。こちら、プレイしてもらえると、100英雄伝本編でもちょっとにやりとできるような要素なんかが入ってくるかなと思います。
100英雄伝ライジングの3人の主人公、CJ、イーシャ、ガルー、このキャラクターたちも100英雄伝本編にその後の姿を見せることもあると思います。
Under Heroes, I'd say I'm more excited for. I like tactics games. Don't you normally like JRPGs, but Final Fantasy Tactics was fantastic. I never played Suikoden, but I'd say I'm more excited for that than Rising. But Rising is on Game Pass, so what the hell? Maybe I'll give it a shot one day.
発売100英雄伝ライジング、ぜひ遊んでみてください。
100英雄伝、そして100英雄伝ライジングを応援してくださっている皆様、それではまたお会いしましょう。
Domo arigato, Murayama-san and Kawano-san. I personally can't wait to play 100 Heroes. In the meantime, though, be sure to check out the wonderfully stylized and brilliant prelude Eiyuden Chronicle Rising on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, or Nintendo Switch.
On Game Pass. I like that they put that in the lower.
And that was our 505 Games Showcase. We've traveled through the worlds of 3 new great
games,
met some interesting characters, and I hope you are as excited as I am about seeing how their journeys unfold. Before we wrap up, though, we wanted to share one last thing with you. We've not spoken about this game before, so this is a world first, and we are so happy that you are the first to see it.
Me? I'm the first.
From the Bearded Ladies, the acclaimed studio who brought you Mutant Year Zero,
just talking about,
to give you a sneak peek of their next project.
These guys,
this is a small sample of
debuted their trailer. Chronicles. I just saw it on Twitter, but I haven't watched it yet. I guess they put it on separately up on Twitter before this, but hey, here we go. Perfect.
I can do this.
I liked Mutant Year Zero a lot. I didn't finish it, but I liked it.
Remember your training. Keep her straight. Keep her level.
So technically, we were not the first to see it. He's lying, but whatever. I hope this is Tactics game also. like Mutant Year Zero.
It's working! Let's see the other side! We're
Interesting
doing it,
looking.
Diggs! We're doing it! You sure?
As far as
Just keep that mind blank, little brother.
that, so I don't know if that's an enemy or like a portal, but it's a cool design.
Damn it!
Mama gave me this glove for a reason. As long as she's on the other side of this wall,
We'll find her, little
Oh,
brother.
it must be a portal then.
We'll find her.
Miamsa Chronicles.
Thank you for joining this event. Both 505 Games and I sincerely appreciate you taking
Alright,
time
well,
out
like
to
I said,
be
I
with
like
us.
Mutant Year
We
Zero a
appreciate
lot.
that you're all busy too, so please
So
accept
that's something to be
our
excited
warmest
about.
thanks for being with us and allowing us to share with you 4 games we've fallen in love with. Remember to stay tuned to 505 Games social channels and keep checking the 505games.com website to discover everything we have coming up. And if you are an independent content creator, also consider applying to the 505 Games Creator Circle program. It's a dedicated space for you to get additional sneak peeks at our new games, and you can find more information on 505games.com within the community section. To find out more about the games you saw today, head on over to the official 505 Games Discord right now, where you can chat with various team members. So thank you so much, everyone. It's been a privilege to be with you, and I had a lot of fun being your host. And I'm looking forward to see you again at the next 505 Games event. Thank you. Merci. Danke. Grazie.
All right. Is there a sizzle reel now? Nope. Maybe. Possibly. No, I don't think so. Okay. Well, not the best. It was the first one, though, you know. They're giving it a shot. And the host was good. I liked that guy. And I don't think any, like, Eiyuden Chronicles, I'm very interested. In the last game, I'm very interested. And what was the second one? There was the crafting game at first. There was something in the middle. The hell was in the middle? Stray Blade. Stray Blade. Yeah, Stray Blade looks cool. So 2 of the 3 games, well, I guess if you count the last one, 3 of the 4 I'm interested in. Just not that crafting game at the beginning. And they just take a little long with each game. Don't necessarily be that long. But you know, it was fine. It was fine. First showcase, fine. Next one, maybe consider tightening things up. Tightening up a little bit. Let's check real quick, one last time, before we go. Ooh, I gotta check that. If that Destiny trailer is up. If it is, I would like to do that. Would it be on Bungie's YouTube? They have a Destiny 2 YouTube channel, and then I think they have a Bungie one. It's not on the Destiny 2 one. It's not on the Bungie one, so it's not up yet. I mean, there's no guarantee it's coming today, but I just think it is. Anyway, that was 505 Games. Some neat stuff coming. Not the best presentation, but some neat stuff. And, hey, they'll learn from it, right? That's what these are for. Anyway, follow, subscribe, all the stuff. Goodbye.